Hey guys, I know it's a little dark, only because it's dark out. So earlier today, I go into the my local guitar shop because I recently bought a absolute terrible Jackson, and so I went ahead, stripped the whole thing, got new pickups, new strings, new everything, oiled the fretboard, cleaned her all up, polished the silver. You know, it came with a silver Floyd Rose, and you know the tuning pegs were all silver. So I just polished everything so it looked absolutely squeaky clean. And went to the guitar shop, dropped it off. I'm like, here's everything you need. Everything's clean. Just make her sound absolutely gorgeous. So my buddy Madison is there, who's in a band called The Viking, and he's like, hey, we have something new. And I'm like, ooh, what do you have? And he's like, a Peavey 5150 Mark I, the Block Letter head. And that's the first EVH that came out with Peavey. And so I was just like, whatever. I have a 6505, whatever. But it's a 112 combo that I have. So I went into one of their little rooms. I grabbed some Ibanez that they had hanging, a used one, and played it and fell in love with it. So of course Madison is like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting it. And I was like, when? He's like, I don't know. It's been here for a little bit. He goes to the back. Fucking Madison. He's gonna punch me in the face, but I'll reach out to him later and be like, dude, you can use it whenever you want, bro. I have more than enough heads. So, look what I picked up. Peavey 5150 EVH with the original, I don't know if you can see it, with the block letters, which is the first series. Eddie Van Halen eventually sued Peavey and said that they could not use the EVH because Eddie was actually using something. He was using the EVH for something else within his business. So he basically told Peavey, you guys need to change it. They said no. He basically said, I'm going to sue you. They said, okay, we'll change it. So right now the Eddie Van Halen autograph is in the back. The next series, which is exactly the same thing, but there is no EVH. Eddie's autograph is in the front where that EVH is with the block lettering, and they actually changed the 6L6 tubes. So this one came with these god-awful old, I don't even know how old they were. They can't be the originals because they were made in China, but they're called 6L6 GCR, which I haven't Googled yet. I'll check that out and see what the heck the R is. So these have J&J 6L6 GCs in them. I had them in my my dual rectifier, and then I pulled those out and put EL34s in there, just because they have that dual bias in there. So let me go ahead and put this thing on. So I actually have my Fortin Zool with the key being used. That's at the end of my dual chain. That's it. And then I have the Fortin grind at the beginning, and that's set to, let me use my toe and move that over. That's set to 3 o'clock, and my Zool is set to, let's make that 10 o'clock. Come on, toe, you can do it. There it is. All right. So, don't make fun of me, damn it. So I'll put it right here so you can hear it. And I'm playing out of my ESP M2 Custom 1991 model with Seymour Duncan Invader on the bridge. Hopefully it sounds good, but it sounds sick. You know, I compared it earlier with my, that's my Mesa triple rectifier, 150 watts. The 5150 block letterhead is 120 watts with four 6L6 GC J&J tubes in there. I'm actually running, if you have a 5150 or 6505, which is almost the same thing. Input, I'm on the high gain. Lead, I'm at 7.5. EQ, the low is at 7. Mid is at 1. High is at 4. The lead post gain is at 2. The power amp resonance is at 2. And presence is at 7. So let's see if you can see. Let's see. Yeah, you can't see it. Just rewind it and play it. Play what I said. Or actually, set it to what I said. Now I'm grabbing my Kiesel A6C. That was a bad dive bomb. Okay, so let's see. That's my Kiesel. Be right back. Let me run downstairs and get my Washburn. I'm back. Tell me that didn't sound like Slayer. Whatever. You know the song. Is it Seasons? No. Okay. So that's it. Absolutely incredible head. So here's the minor detail. I don't know what the heck that guy was thinking, but I bought that thing for $400. $400. 400. That's how much that thing was. So if you can find yourself a Peavey 5150 with the EVH in the front, which I guess it's called the block letterhead, get it. Absolutely insane. Just make sure you change the tubes, because the tubes that they came with, it said made in, it just had 6L6 GCR China, and they looked, they were just terrible looking. Like the bottom filament, it was kind of loose. You can kind of twist the bottom plastic piece and it was kind of moving. So yeah, just make sure you change them. I just happen to have a set of basically brand new 6L6 tubes, so I threw them in there and it sounds insane. So if you get yourself a 5150, you're gonna love it. If you don't get a 5150 and you get yourself a 6505 for, I don't know, how much are they used? They end up being like $600, 800, 1,000 new. But if you can find a 5150, you're gonna love it. It's absolutely sick. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna drop that off probably at the studio, and then bring back my dual rectifier, and then have 2 dual rectifiers here. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just keep everything here. That's a better idea, right? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon.